Good morning and welcome to Book a Day. Today we're going to be talking about a book called Interior Castle, Classics with Commentary, the version by Ave Maria, or Christian Classics. And I discovered this shortly after I read the PBM new spiritual biography of Teresa of Avila, which is just fantastic and really made me thirst to want to read again Interior Castle. I'd read it as a kid. And I really found this book to be so helpful. What the book does is the author, Dennis Billy, first introduces you to the spiritual theology of Teresa of Avila, her spiritual doctrine, then gives you some guidelines for how to read the book Interior Castle. Then it takes every chapter of the book and really kind of, before you read the chapter, it walks you through, like, what is Teresa doing? What is she talking about? It kind of connects the chapter to everything that has gone before and what's going to come after. So there's maybe about 2 pages of an introduction, and then follows the actual text of that chapter from Interior Castle. And one of the really helpful things about this book are the questions that come at the end of each chapter. For example, the chapter 3, I'm not sure which section this is in, talks about spiritual betrothal. And some of the questions at the end are, do you believe that God can communicate directly to a soul? If so, how? Or do you agree with the various guidelines Teresa offers for telling the difference between authentic and inauthentic locutions? Do they make sense to you? Are they unclear to you? Is there anything you would add or subtract from this list? Or do you agree with Teresa that one must put one's confessor or spiritual guide in the place of God? What benefit does one gain from doing so? What liabilities are there? To what extent is Teresa's advice to her readers on this point a product of her times? Is her advice valid for all of today's spiritual speakers? If not, why not? You know, this book really helps you as a thinking adult, a 21st century spiritually minded Christian, to enter into a book that was written 400 or 500 years ago. And in that process, distill from these treasures from Teresa of Avila something that's really going to help become a guide for our own spiritual growth. So this is a fantastic book to offer to someone who has never read the Interior Castle, or if someone is picking up the PBM biography of Teresa of Avila. This would be a great book to show them also, as really an introductory guide to one of her most famous writings, and for a writing that really has become a guide to spiritual growth for Catholics ever since. Thank you so much and have a good day. Good morning and welcome to Book a Day. Today we're going to be talking about a book called Interior Castle,